This is VVR News channel. Kindly subscribe this channel for more international news and updates. The United States is currently enduring its lengthiest government closure in recorded history. During a press event at the White House, the American president, Donald Trump, used provocative language that further intensified the political struggle. He fiercely addressed the media, characterizing Democratic legislators as kamikaze pilots, suggesting they would deliberately ruin the nation to achieve their political aims. This inflammatory language, following his recent travel to Japan, was a deliberate choice to define the difficult situation on his own terms. He urged the Republican senators present to remain resolute in what he described as a crucial struggle for the country's economic future. Outside the executive mansion, the government is completely paralyzed. Countless federal employees have not received their wages for weeks. Essential services are struggling, national parks are shuttered, air travel facilities are understaffed, and key agencies are functioning with minimal resources. What began as a disagreement over funding for border security has become a glaring example of the current partisan deadlock, leading to real world hardship for millions of people who are struggling to cover rent, draining their savings, and facing extreme uncertainty daily. Inside the administration, the use of the term kamikaze, which was not part of the prepared speech, perfectly encapsulated the president's aggressive posture. For the president, the current stalemate is not merely about budgetary matters, but a test of political might and perseverance. He believes that the opposing party is purposefully dragging out the crisis to force him to yield. He, however, remains determined, emphasizing that the American public understands the high stakes involved. The comparison to wartime pilots willing to sacrifice their lives sparked controversy but served as a powerful message to his base that Democrats are reckless and willing to endanger the country for political advantage. Despite the rhetoric, negotiations have halted. The Senate Minority Leader, Chuck Schumer, and the House Speaker, Hakeem Jeffries, have dismissed the most recent Republican proposals as irresponsible. Democrats maintain that the president's insistence on full funding for the border barrier, a key promise from his campaign, is effectively holding the country hostage. Republicans counter by accusing their opponents of needless obstruction. A resolution appears nearly unattainable. In downtown Washington, furloughed federal staff are gathering with signs demanding to return to their jobs and receive immediate payment. The crisis is broadly affecting various sectors, including agricultural producers awaiting government grants, small businesses dependent on federal agreements, and families relying on essential food aid. For many, the political drama seems entirely disconnected from the actual human suffering on the ground. Public opinion is fragmented as the shutdown continues. While the president's core base remains supportive, citizens who identify as independent are becoming increasingly upset with both major parties. Economists calculate that the budget crisis is costing the nation billions of dollars each week. The current impasse has surpassed all previous records, including one in 2019, also under the same presidency. Credit rating services are issuing warnings, predicting that a prolonged closure could plunge the economy into a downturn and harm the international trust in American governance. Internally, divisions are appearing within the Republican ranks. Some moderate senators have privately urged the president to allow the government to temporarily resume operations while discussions continue, but their pleas have not been addressed. Internationally, allied nations in Europe have voiced worry about the US government's instability, which has caused delays in shared initiatives concerning commerce, security, and environmental policies. Global financial markets are volatile, and analysts warn that extended uncertainty could weaken worldwide trust in American institutions. As protests by unpaid workers grow, civil organizations and religious groups have started organizing food banks and urgent relief efforts. The mood has shifted from anger to exhaustion. Towards the end of the report, it is noted that confidential negotiations have discreetly resumed. Lawmakers are discussing a provisional measure to restart the government temporarily while border talks persist. This would only be a temporary reprieve, and the critical question remains whether either political faction will agree to a compromise without appearing weak. The conclusion underscores that these government closures always conclude not with grand declarations of victory, but through the mutual concession that both sides are currently trying to avoid. Please subscribe this channel if you like and keep watching this channel for more international news and updates. Thank you for watching.